okay, Coach, like before, can we have you make a opening statement? If you have questions?
You know, this is a surreal feeling. You know, the girls from the beginning of the season back to October 26th, they told me that their goal was to win a state championship. And I said, well, you know, winning the state championship is not easy. I said, this is what it's going to take. It's going to be a hard process, and we're going to have some tough times in practices. We're going to have some tough times throughout this entire season. And they just bought into everything that the coaches have been preaching the entire season. So I'm just so proud of our 14 young ladies, our coaches, our student managers, and just our school community as a whole.
Questions?
Coach, you said they came to you and said they want to win a state championship. As a coach with a roster that young, were you surprised at that from them? And was it a little more difficult with how young your roster was to try to get them to understand what it was going to take?
I wouldn't say I was surprised. I mean, I've known most of the girls for a while now, and just being around them throughout the summer, there were just a bunch of winners. You know, everything that they do, they just always won. And I think I said in the last game, our basketball philosophy is basketball's a game. Games are meant to be fun. There's no fun in losing, so you might as well win. You know, I think they carried that throughout the entire summer, the entire preseason, and then throughout this entire tournament run as well.
For Dee and Jada, like, I think everyone who watches you are struck by how talented you are, yet how young you are. Coach kind of alluded to it. Do you guys all arrive at Purcell Marian? Like, have you had a history together, AAU history together, travel, youth? Did you guys all know each other and decide to go to the same place together to do what you did today? Or can you just kind of tell us, who aren't familiar with your story, how you all came together on the team?
I knew some of the girls before I even went to Purcell. Like, I knew Sierra and Kira Miller. I knew both of them before I went to Purcell. I knew Jada before I went to Purcell. But it wasn't necessarily the group of, like, girls that was already there. It was just me thinking that's a better situation for me, and the coaching wise, I just liked it all. So it was just me and my own opportunity to be great at what I'm doing right now. And I knew that I could do that at Purcell Marian.
Same thing what she said, you know, like I was coming from a public school, so I thought like education and sports would be better going to Purcell Marian.
Were you guys, I mean, the basketball culture is such that you know everybody, even if they're not your teammate. Did you know of each other, or had you guys all played together before?
We knew like of each other. We played against each other a couple times, and we just knew each other off of that.
Seems like your defense obviously really caused them a lot of problems. Did y'all dial up that aggression for them specifically, or is it kind of how y'all played all year?
You repeat that?
Your defense and the aggression, is that something y'all dialed up for them, or is that sort of how you've played all year in your style?
Pretty much, that's pretty much our style. We try to be very disruptive, so we try to not allow teams to run their stuff. So that's why we try to press the entire game, getting people, try to get them to turn the basketball over. And I wanted to do that in previous years, but I didn't think we had the makeup. But with the team that we have, our athleticism, I mean, with Dee being at the top of the press, and with the Miller sisters, with their toughness and their athleticism, it just played in our favor. I mean, like I said, it's what I've always wanted to do, but with this team, we were able to do just that.
The school's won state championships before. You're the first girls state champion. What does that mean to you and the school and the girls?
Just from when it was 0 seconds left on that clock, just watch the girls storm each other. A couple of them fall down. For a program, it means everything to us. Then, I mean, if you look into the crowd, the alumni, the student section, our administration, our faculty and staff. I think I can speak for everyone. This means the world to everybody within the Purcell Marian community.
How many seniors did you lose last year that were up here? Because I know Jada was the only one.
Last year we had 5 seniors, and then we had a junior who decided not to play this year. So we lost 6 players from last season's team.
I know I've asked you this before, but having done it now, I mean, did you, in your wildest imagination, think, I just lost the state semifinal a year ago, I'm losing all these seniors, but I'll be back?
After what I saw in the summer with the girls, just how they just came together, just played so well with one another, And then, like I said, October 26th is when the girls told me that they wanted to win the state championship. And then once we got into full mode and practices, I felt like it was a true possibility for us to win the state championship. Then with the schedule we had, I mean, we played 3 teams that was in the state tournament. 1 team's playing in the 4 state championship today. And once we got through all that, once we got to the tournament time, our biggest thing was just staying healthy, and we was able to do that, and here we are.
They had it, you were in control most of the game. They made a little run at you in the third quarter. They got it to 5, 2 minutes to go, and then I think you scored 10 or 12 in a row. A lot of it coast to coast. Can you just discuss that particular stretch? Did you have an awareness like, okay, I need to assert myself, take over, or how did that transpire?
I just knew I had to step up, and we had to stop the run that they had, and we just had to play the game that we played, and I had to do what I usually do, and can't let the crowd or the fan literally let nobody get to me, and that's what I did.
Jay, I guess for you then, kind of piggybacking off of that, knowing that she has that ability, you guys kind of just trust her to be able to take over a game when you guys have the backs against the wall. I mean, you guys were still leading, but they were really making that run. To be able to trust her in that situation, what has that been like all year?
I mean, like, we always have confidence in each other, so, like, we put our trust in each other, so we just play and we have each other's back for that.
Also for you, being the only returner on this team who was in the state semis last year, what were you able to tell the girls coming in this weekend to what to expect, knowing that you were on the stage last year?
Well, like Coach said, that we got to play hard and, like, not let the crowd get to us and play, like, not worry about the refs. We got to play together.
Coach, you played them a year ago in the regional finals, so their personnel is a lot similar. What do you want to, having seen them and scout them, what did you want to take away today, and what are you pleased that you were able to get done?
We knew that they would shoot. I mean, they're very identical to us in the sense of how they want to play and how many threes. I mean, looking at the stat sheet, they shot 27 threes. I don't think there's been a game besides today where a team has shot more threes than us. And we shot 5 for 8 from the 3-point line. But going there, we wanted to. We always talk about arrive on the catch. So we just wanted to make sure every time they did attempt a 3 that we was right there in their face.
This is an offbeat question for a story I'm doing later on. Do either of you guys know what palming the ball is?
Yes, I think.
Have either of you been called for it all year?
Coach, now that you've gotten the first state championship and you have a young roster, is it hard for you not to look ahead to see what you might have the next 3 to 4 years with this group?
You know, to be honest with you, I was just worried about this year. Myself and the girls, we're just gonna soak this in, and then, you know, as the next season approaches, we'll start to plan for next season. But right now, we just want to soak this in and enjoy the moment. So, you know, we don't want to look too far ahead.
For both players, Coach talked about when the clock hit 0 and you realized it was real, you got the dog pile there. Take me into that moment. How exciting was that to realize that it was done, that you accomplished what you set out to do early on?
It was just a moment to enjoy, and it felt good to hear the clock go off and the score. We was up and we won. It was just a moment to enjoy a lot.
It was an amazing feeling, but in my head I was just thinking, like, next year.
Already?
Yes, sir.
During the dog pile.
So I guess I'll ask you guys that question then. That Coach tried to sidestep a little bit about next year. The year after that, you guys are young, you guys know that, and you guys now have a state title under your belts. Do you guys feel pressure now, being so young that you're going to have the target on your back going into next year and the year after?
No, I just feel like we gotta play the game that we know how to play and can't let the outsiders get inside of our circle that we have.
Same with these.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, Coach, this was for you. Obviously, knowing your journey, knowing the trials and tribulations, I just got one question. How are you feeling right now?
like I told the girls in the locker room, I was speechless. It's an amazing feeling. I don't think it's completely gotten to me yet. Yeah, it's just an amazing feeling. It's tough to put into words right now. I mean, it's an amazing feeling.
All right, congratulations, thank you.
Thank you.